Okay. All right, I guess we're ready to start. Welcome everybody to the tuna shop. Now, hopefully we can make a routine of this a little bit. You know, the shop's gonna shut down at night, courtesy of the beautiful people that run this place. But I'd like to welcome you all. Damn, there's a lot of people. Thank you all for coming out on such short notice. But I've gathered you all here to have a little chit-chat about some of the things that are going on in the racing scene, making sure that things are all staying as they should be and not swinging towards the way they kind of are now. Okay, Head Eyes, you want to talk a little bit about what's been going on?
Yeah. So if y'all don't know me, I'm Head Eyes. I work for Titanium. If anything really goes down in the racing scene, I'm usually the one to either cut y'all's head off or to take y'all's whips. Basically, we've been getting some complaints over some racers who've been racing dirty. People, please silence your cell phones. Thank you. We've been getting some complaints from a couple of you guys about a couple of the other of you guys on racing dirty, pit motherfuckers out of lines, nossing out at the start. Nossing out at the start at every single race, dive bombing the middle, pitting people out at the start, and then just making it pretty much miserable for others to try and race in. Now, my first thing I'm gonna say is towards the vets and towards the people who are older in the scene or people who are more experienced. You guys are the example. You guys are who everyone else looks up to whenever they come to a race. It hurts me to see some people who are vets not only starting at the front, but nossing right off the rip to guarantee that they can somewhat either win or come up in the top. You guys have to understand, although you guys are racing against other top racers in that race, there is plenty of other people who are trying to establish themselves in the race scene. And there's nothing more demoralizing for people who have just introduced themselves to the race scene and who have just started than to not see first, second, and third the entire race because you guys started at the front, you nos to the start, and you don't lose it. We all know how much harder it is to start in the middle or the back and to maintain. I understand it's frustrating getting pitted out by new racers. Trust me, I'm the first person to complain whenever it happens. Everyone knows that. But you have to understand that whenever newer racers are racing and they don't see you, it is one thing to get past and to lose. It is another thing to start a race knowing you are going to lose. So if you consider yourself a vet, and you consider yourself a higher up within this racing scene and you know who I'm talking to, get your asses to the back of the fucking line and don't you touch that fucking nos until the second point, at the bare minimum. And that goes for everyone. No one should be nossing at the start of the race. Every single person here from all over the world who fly into the city every day, you guys understand how races work. You guys understand the problems within the racing scene. As much as you guys hate hitting each other, you guys are the first motherfuckers to nos and to say, well,
let's say something real quick though. Let's say something. It used to be like that, but then you have fucking idiots who line up at the fucking front. Excuse me for saying it, but there's some really dumb fucks who just really don't know how to drive. And then they go to the front and then they fuck the whole entire race.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, how many times can we go to the back and yet these people in the fucking front, we all pay for it. We're all fucking here. If you don't know how to drive, then you shouldn't be in the front. I mean, that's just how it is.
I agree with that, honestly.
I mean,
so let's say you.
I mean, if we're gonna be fair here, I mean, there's been multiple times where new racers will go to the front because they're new, and then they'll just fuck everybody over.
Fuck your lines up.
So
it's just like, what the fuck do you want us to do there?
What we should do is, if you are a completely newbie racer, you don't know how to drive, you don't know racing etiquette, all that jazz, you go right to the back. I've seen people before volunteer to do that when they don't know how to race and they know they're gonna fuck people up, so they do that. So we need to identify those people, and we can do that, right? But if you do know how to race, you know, but let's say you're not one of the top dogs, then you should be at the front, okay? And then, but if you are a veteran and you start right at the front, like dead at the front, so you don't even have to race anybody, and you exploit the fact that a lot of the other good racers put themselves at the back, then it's kind of shitty, right? We could all agree on that.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
I think it's something, it's a word, I like to use the word, it's called feel, having a little bit of feel. If you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, it's your first day at the ballpark, you shouldn't be stepping up and batting first. That's just stupid. Use your fucking brains. If it's a track that you've never raced before, you probably, maybe shouldn't be starting at the front because you have no idea where the fuck your lines are. And that goes into another thing. I'm glad you brought this up. If you fuck up and you make a mistake, like missing a checkpoint or sitting there and driving and spinning out, don't dive right back into the line and make everyone have to slam their brakes behind you, especially if the vets are in the back, because that's the point where you are going to get rammed, and then you're going to start a fucking colossus crash that is going to ruin the race for yourself and everyone behind you. If you crash out or you miss a checkpoint and you see people are filtering in through that tight area, you wait your ass until those cars are passed and then you filter in behind them. You should not be diving back into lines, no matter who you are or how good you think you are, because you know that you still have a chance. If you fuck up, that is on you. You wait till everyone gets out of your way and then you go. They don't need to hit their brakes for you. You need to wait for them. That is a really, really, really big fucking issue. Now, I know some of you guys can't look around and some of you guys make a mistake. You're coming out of bushes and then you get fucking smacked. I understand that. But again, be courtesy. Have some courtesy. Sit there and wonder about what all the other racers are doing, because that's our problem. I understand everyone here wants to get G&E. Everyone here wants to get a car. Everyone here wants to place in the top. Trust me, I understand. I know your issues and I understand your problems. But in the same time, you have to understand something. Everyone around you is also doing the same thing. And you racing like a fucking douchebag is not the way it's going to happen. So, this is going to be the repercussions. And I mean this, and it's true. I'll let Titanium take it from here.
So, obviously everybody wants the high-end S-Class car from the shop. Everybody's working their ass off to get that G&E, but at the end of the day, we're all racing because we love it, right? Now, if you're going to step up to those, that next level of S-Class racing, right? And now I'm going to be keeping an eye on all you motherfuckers that are being dirty and exploiting everybody else and not looking out for each other. At the end of the day, we have to, you know, we have to look out for each other. It's about camaraderie in the racing scene, you know? So if you guys are fucking each other up and you're exploiting people, I will definitely make sure you don't get your tuner car that you're working your ass off for. Is that understood?
Oh, God.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck, Taco, what are you wearing?
Aye, aye, Captain.
And not only that, Head Eyes has got a little something else to say about some of your, you know, your underhand cars that you've been collecting.
So obviously, I know that a lot of you guys have been collecting your VIN scratch vehicles and you guys are racing it. I understand that, and I'm happy that now that people are racing VIN scratches are getting rewarded for it. Now, this is not something that I'm going to take upon myself. This is something that's going to be discussed between everyone within the hierarchy of the racing scene, including myself, Titanium, Red Devil, and others. But if we get notice of certain motherfuckers who are racing dirty and they VIN scratch vehicles and doing dumb shit in them, potentially or on purpose, during the racing scene, I will take your car and I will scrap that bitch for parts. And yes, that can happen. Some of you guys might think that's a bluff. Try me. I will take your car, I will break that bitch down, and I will make money on it. So if you want to race, and you want to race dirty, and you're driving a VIN scratch vehicle, just know I will take that shit, and you won't have it anymore. And this isn't a threat, it's a promise. And we're not sitting here being dicks. There's nothing more that I want than the racing scene to be fun for everyone. That is my goal, that is Titanium's goal, that is Red's goal, that is Big Head's goal, that's everyone's goal. We just want we want the races to have as many people and it to be fun and enjoyable for everyone who is in it. No one wants to go to a race and sit there and have to worry about getting absolutely demolished or a bunch of fucking idiots ruining it for everyone. So, if that's you, and you know who you are, and you're racing like a prick, I'm watching, and my boys, including Fat Cock, is also watching, including Titanium and everyone else. And if I get word, I will be watching you specifically.
Now, one thing we're going to look out for now, some of you guys might have heard of the Midnight Club. Now, the Midnight Club is, you know, like Head Eyes was saying, that a lot of us that help facilitate the scene. We're not a crew, we're just a collective of people that want to make this shit run right. Everybody here is essentially taking part in the Midnight Club, okay? There's people that can call the shots and help make sure everything's running smooth. We're not here to step over everybody, but we're here to look out for the scene as a whole and make sure that nobody's exploiting, you know, innocent motherfuckers. That makes sense? All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The likes of Duck Z, the people have been around a lot. You got Shadow over there, MG. You know, I'm trying to look around. Who's there? Or even Silver over there. You know, we're looking for people to enforce these kind of these rules we set. So we'll keep an eye on you. If you guys are looking out for each other and looking to help shape the scene into what it needs to be, you know, we'll bring you on board.
And if these motherfuckers who are in the midnight scene and they are enforcers in the scene and they tell you to do something, or they tell you something that you're doing wrong, if Duckers comes up to you and tells you you're doing something wrong, and you backtalk him and he shoots you in your fucking face, don't sit there and be upset and question on what the fuck you did wrong. They've been appointed and positioned as they are for a reason. They are experienced and they're OGs when it comes to the racing scene. They've been around, you have been around for months, they've been around for years. They've seen this go up and down. They've been here when there was only 4 of us, and now there's everyone that's in this building. These people understand what the racing scene is all about, and they know why we do it every day. And I promise you, it's not for the cash, it's not for the money. It's for the enjoyment and everyone here to partake in that enjoyment and have a good time doing it. That's all we care about. We just want to make sure that everyone here has a good time.
That's right.
So although we sound like we're assholes now, we sound like we're dicks, but it's for a good reason. And it's not because I want you guys to understand
the tuner shop coming out now? You want to do another midnight rivals?
About other
Midnight
Yeah, I think we wait until a few people
get
get their cars and shit
for
first.
this moment right
Did you see what I texted you?
Now, Titanium says something about closing the
Not
shop
you.
down at
Eddie,
nighttime.
bring up the thing with the
So
communication when they set
awesome
up
people who
races
work here is
with
giving
different
us an
classes, how
opportunity
they're
to come here and
constantly
meet up
smacking
sometimes.
into one another.
Now, again, with that being said, whenever this happens, it's only going to be whenever it is put on the app. Don't be showing up by yourself. Don't be coming here and bringing heat to the shop. If you have a warrant, stay the fuck away. Don't sit here and burn us. Because if you burn me, I will fucking kill you. I will cut your head off and I will give it to your mother. And that is a fucking promise.
Have a warrant,
He's
bro.
killed a man.
You always have a warrant.
So don't sit here and bring heat to the shop for stupid shit. Because we will not sit here and let that shit go to pass. All right? Do I make myself clear? Everybody cool? Everybody understand?
Right.
Now, real
yeah.
quick, what we want to do is help it
Right.
so that if you guys come on down to the shop at night, we're going to have our operating hours between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. But you can feel safe at night. You know, there's going to be no civilians, nobody peering in on what you're doing. So if you bring your cars down for a fix, we'll make sure we got the shop locked up or the doors are closed, so you're completely safe while you're doing that. All right?
Last thing, if you're hosts of races, please be courteous to all the other classes that are also racing. If you see a race happening in the city, please make sure you put the race that you are doing in the title so other people can know where you are at. There's been multiple occasions where the B's and the A's are driving into each other. There's been multiple occasions where the bikes and the A's are driving into each other. Everything. Make sure, hosts, look at where the other races are before you put yours up, and then decide on which track you're doing. Because we can't keep crashing into each other, because we can all agree our number one enemy here is the cops. And if you crash into another racer and you fuck them up, they're fucked. They're gonna lose their shit. So make sure, hosts, that you look and see what other races are going on before you decide on where you're gonna be, because we don't need any more overlapping. All right?
All right.
All right. You got anything you want to say,
Midnight
Duck
Heat
Z?
coming soon, boys.
You want to say anything on all this, Duck Z?
Honestly, to be honest, I'm really disappointed in a lot of you guys for just being shit. Honestly, I've been at the top for a while, and
Hey!
it's really, there's not much competition
What the
anymore.
fuck?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey!
All right.
No, honestly, everything's been great, boys. I mean, the racing scene's been popping. I see everybody doing the classes and shit. A lot of new races are popping up, so I mean, I think everybody's doing a great job.
Yeah,
So,
I know
you
we're trying
guys
to
need
call
help-
out.
Fucking
We're
great.
trying to call out all the dumb shit right now, but at the end of the day, everybody's coming together right
yeah,
now.
everything's
The racing
fucking
scene's
amazing. I mean, we
popping.
got races popping left and right, and it's not only open anymore. I mean, you got
Agreed.
fucking A, M, B, fucking. I seen a fucking C race the other day. Like, Everybody's racing, and it's good to see. So
And
as
if
long
you
as we got
guys
the
need-
tracks aligned on the perfect tracks, you know, then we're all good to go.
If you guys need anything also, our doors are always open. I know Duckers, myself, Titanium's a busy man, but if he can't take you, we can. Also, Fat Cock, if anybody needs anything handled, he can also be there to assist. But we're all here to help you guys out. That's what we're here for. We're not here to sit on top of a pedestal. We're not here to sit here and bark commands and orders. That's not what we're here to do. As much as we're telling you what to do, we're also here to help you. So if you need us and you need absolutely anything, please let me know, let Titanium know, let Duckers know. We will help you out if we can.
Now, real quick, I think with us all here, we should give the cops a nice show of force. Now, what we could do here to save the shop is, where's Chip at? Chip, come over here. I want you to stand in the middle.
What the hell?
Fucking Chips, not this
You
fucking guy.
need
Oh, Rami, come on, not right now.
Why
Rami,
you-
nice
Can
briefcase.
you just put a
Now,
fucking shirt on?
If you guys have got any guns, I want you to get them out. Be careful not to shoot them.
Say,
Oh,
like,
shoot him?
Shit, what
I
do
need
whoa,
you
whoa,
to
whoa,
stick up
whoa,
for Chip here.
Come on, what?
And if any, now Chip,
Yeah,
what's
yes,
gonna happen here is you're gonna say that if the cops ask you anything, that they all the racers barged in here and held you up, okay? Because they wanted to meet in a safe place.
What the fuck, man?
All right,
Yeah.
so
We shoot.
whoa. Nobody
Better
shoot
comply.
Chip. He's a great guy.
Oh, no, come on.
Okay, now
I
real
wanna shoot
quick,
so
we're all
bad.
gonna have to stay quiet, okay? Tiptoe around, get in your cars.
Jesus fucking
And what
Christ,
we're
guys.
gonna do is get all the cops outside, and on my mark, where's
I have a. Wait, hold on.
Plug
I got a
mask.
car with a weed on it. Give me a sec.
oh my god.
God damn it, Rami.
Okay,
You're the one who took my run.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so just give me a second.
Before we start this, I do have a question.
yeah.
Can I get out of the middle now? Can I get
I'm
out
trying
of
to
the middle?
figure
This is
out
fucking
who
terrifying.
told
Get out
one
of
of
my
the
car,
bike racers
Jesus
this,
Christ.
but
Where's your
I got
car?
a.
Somebody just
Everyone
opened
shut the fuck up.
Somebody just opened the door. Somebody close it.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm trying to figure it out, but one of the bike racers told me that he was told that NOS was banned in bike racing, which I'm pretty sure is false.
Claire, can you tell Eugene to come
Okay, well, who here is an avid bike
Man, I
racer?
didn't do nothing, man.
It'd be us, me and Nomad here.
Okay, so what do you guys think about the
Wow,
noise?
thanks.
Talk to Miguel. He's out.
Honestly, I think NOS is fine. I mean, it doesn't really change anything, to be honest.
So the reason why I brought that up was because you have a lot of frustrated motorcycle racers that don't want to race anymore because you have R1s that have NOS in it and there's no chance for them. It's basically like you're bullying them.
Well,
That's why.
We
That's
also
why-
have a
that's
Can we
why-
avoid opening
Oh,
the doors,
shit.
please? What is
That's
going
why-
on?
I'm just getting out of the
That's
middle.
why,
Get out of the middle.
in the respect of when we do B and C races, we don't use NOS. For that simple
Okay.
fact, you want to give people a chance. That's why you don't use NOS in the M and M Plus.
Now,
because
real-
it's basically like bullying.
Now, we do have an issue with people diving at the start and nosing, so I'm thinking we should set something up so you don't nos until
Yes,
like for the
please.
first like 3 checkpoints or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What does everyone
Well, I
think?
think-
I
I
think
think
that's a good
our
idea.
problem in the M class isn't so much that people are nosing. At least it's not for me. Other people might have other complaints. But our main complaints are we literally have some people who have 2 Vin scratched R1s and 1 Vin scratched Ninja all to one single person.
Yeah.
And I've literally offered 90 to 100 grand to the guy for one.
Shit, I got a ninja. You can rent?
You want it?
Listen,
Rent it?
Okay,
Okay,
you want it?
I can say this. That problem. I will say this. If you have a bunch of VIN scratch vehicles in your garage, I would highly suggest you pick your favorites and you get rid of the other ones, because very soon it's going to be very expensive to maintain those vehicles, and it's not going to be beneficial for you to be collecting anymore. This is the warning I'm going to give everyone here, since they're here right now, is having a bunch of VIN scratches is going to be very hard to do very soon.
What's up?
Fat cock.
I got a quick question. Who invited the 12-year-old?
Oh, he's a little shit. He's
HR.
fine.
He's HR.
He's
Is he
HR.
old enough here? Wait, what?
That's my nephew. He's all good. He's all good.
Eddie
Wait, hold
hired
on.
him.
HR.
I thought that was HR.
Does anybody,
What's going on here?
Does anybody have an advanced repair kit for me? Because my shit's smoking.
Negative.
Yeah, take
I know. Give me
mine.
my fucking money before I fucking
Now,
kill you, bitch.
what is everybody
Get it
quiet?
fixed
Everybody
here.
quiet. What does everybody think about that? No nitrous for first 3 checkpoints. Is that too crazy?
Beautiful.
I agree.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
let's try and enforce that. Now remember, if you guys are hosting races, it's your responsibility to enforce whatever kind of rules we kind of go with, okay? You know, no diving at the start, seeing who's at the front, who's at the back. Really inexperienced races that'll fuck everybody up, just send them right to the back, and they can practice from the back. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. So are we dropping the no-nos for bikes right now and doing the 3 and see how that works out?
Yeah, I'd want to know who's set that up. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the bike shit.
I think it's one of those things where you guys need to have a little bit of feel, right? Like what we talked about earlier. If you're sitting there and you're looking around and everyone in your race is all fucking local bikes and you're sitting there in a fully upgraded R1 Nasi, you might be doing something a little wrong. It's just, again, it's like if you're sitting there, you obviously know you're comfortable and a very good bike racer. Maybe you should decide not to use NOS in that moment, or maybe you should decide to start in the back in that moment, because again, those newer racers are the ones we have to be able to give them a chance. Even if it's y'all are passing them later on, that's fine. Just give them somewhat of a chance.
Got it.
The R1s always start in the back.
Yeah, that's our rule. R1, it's R1's fully upgraded, and then if you don't have a fully upgraded and you're like a pro in the scene, you're in the middle. New people in the front.
You guys sound like you guys know what you're doing. I don't race bikes. That's your all's domain. If anything happens and you guys need any guidance, talk to Titanium. He'll be your guy.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's don't scramble just yet, but we'll call the cops, tell them what's up, and just remember, Chip's an idiot. He got held up. Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, come the fuck on, Titanium. Goddamn it.
Okay, so we need somebody to open the doors on my command. Okay, Pugmaster, you'll be opening one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once they're
Is it me?
open,
I'm not going anywhere.
Want me to do it?
yeah, I need you to get into some regular clothes and then
Hey,
put your
Gerd, you
hands
know
up
where
as if
my
you're being
you park my
told to do it,
Dominator
you know?
anywhere, or is it
Okay.
here?
Hey, Miguel, I need you to get into some regular clothing and put your hands up and get ready to open the left door as if you were held up, right?
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got the right door.
No, Pugmask is gonna get the right door. Pugmask on the left door, security guy on the left door.
Yeah, you want me to change?
Hey, Titanium, real quick.
Yeah, both of you change and put your hands up as if you were forced to do it.
I'll be fucking
Wait for my
damned.
command.
I'll be fucking damned if I take orders from that fucking 12-year-old. You understand me?
What about me? What you want me to do?
I'll
We'll
be
see.
fucking
Put your hands
damned.
up, too.